technology, friend or foe? What if today's teenagers lived in a world without email, the internet, or mobile phones? What if they actually had to carry a change purse because they had to use the payphone? What if they had to go to the library to research a thesis paper for school? What if they didn't have the ability or means to send a text message? Would test scores improve? Would attention spans increase? Would original thought and communication skills be enhanced because teens were being forced to communicate in face-to-face situations? We have become comfortable with our fast-paced world and the instant gratification we receive from these high-tech devices. But is this consumer-driven, capitalistic society on a descent to an antisocial world? Teens no longer know how to speak effectively. Their interpersonal skills are lost. They know only how to speak through electronic devices, with hieroglyphics called text messages. For the next 3.5 hours, we will talk to the renowned Dr. Hieroglyphstein and gain insight as to why teens are slipping away into this underground culture. We will also visit a rehabilitation center where teens are learning how to re-enter society. Of total physical and mental rehabilitation. Welcome to Text Message Rehab.
When speaking of the origins of writing and language, the ancient Egyptians first used hieroglyphics for religious literature. They scribed their beliefs on papyrus, on wood, on stone tablets and cave walls. A formal writing system was established that contained a combination of logographic and alphabetic elements.
So girls, how does this make you feel?
Happy.
What about this?
The emoticon is a combination of words, emotion, and icon. An emoticon is a symbol or combination of symbols used to convey emotional content in writing or message form. The first stage of a teenager's rehabilitation process is to express their real emotions with an actual human being.
And this one?
Here, a therapist shows them an emoticon expression, and the teenager learns how to react to it.
Lastly, this one. Great job, girls!
I've been text messaging for about 5 years now. And I'm a really shy person, but I just seem to have this strange twitch in my eye. And text messaging is the only way I can communicate.
Music therapy is the systematic use of music within a developing relationship between patient and therapist in order to improve physical, emotional, psychological, and neurological functions. For many individuals, finding the motivation to participate in therapy is oftentimes difficult. Combining exercise with a systematic application of music is one way to address these difficulties and aid in the rehabilitation process.
The role of the music therapist is to help the patients express themselves through improvised or composed music that focuses on a specific patient's issues. They facilitate the expression of patients' feelings, assist with improvised or recorded music for increased relaxation and pain reduction, and aid interpersonal communication with improvisational techniques and guided imagery to music. Here, therapist Nikki Racialetti works with these teens.
Now let's try something a little bit more improvisational. Don't change the dizzle.
Don't change the dizzle.
Turn it up a little.
Turn it up a little.
I've got a living room full of fine dime bristles.
I got a living room full of fine dime bristles.
Very good, very good. All right, now we're going to try something a little more advanced, and this will help us release our emotions. Come cut in yo la alegría y encareño el sale dia con careño ya así la 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 la.
Dude, the cell phone is like, it's like an extension of your hand, man. It's just like extension of like your arms, man. Cell phone, like, dude, it allows me to express myself in ways that like, dude, I never imagined were possible. So like, it's so cool, dude. And I was just like, oh wait, just ride the wave, man. It's like the future. Yeah, future cell phones, man.
The ability to communicate lies at the heart of your child's educational and social experiences. A speech or language impairment may delay that child's natural progress. Children with language impairment may experience difficulty understanding and using words with correct meanings, using correct grammatical patterns, and following directions. Communication therapy is one step in the right direction toward helping your child achieve success in all environments. An individualized therapy plan is designed to build communication strengths and teach skills that are lacking.
An isolation tank is a soundproof tank in which subjects exist in pristine, clean air, oxygenated conditions. They were first used by Dr. Eric M. Morris in 1954 in order to test the effects of sensory deprivation. Such tanks are now also used in meditation, relaxation, or alternative medicine. A therapeutic session typically lasts for about an hour. During a session, one may perform meditation, mantras, or self-hypnosis. When the body is relaxed, the mind becomes highly suggestible, and any action taken during these states will enter into one's subconscious. Here, we observe an active isolation tank session. The lack of electronic stimuli forces teens to form emotional bonds with one another that were previously lost.
If I was blind, I would use my hands to communicate. So as long as I can see, I might as well just use my cell phone. It's kind of like, why don't they just put the mayonnaise inside the tuna fish can?
Physical therapy focuses primarily on those individuals whose actual impairment is related to musculoskeletal, neuromusculoskeletal, and cardiopulmonary systems. It also focuses on the selection of appropriate therapeutic interventions to restore function and to prevent dysfunction. The modern practice of physical therapy was developed in London in 1896 by Lord Byron Sanchez. He believed that hospital patients needed to be mobilized on a regular basis in order to maintain adequate muscle function and mobility.
And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7,
Physical therapists are specialists in evaluating and treating disorders of the human body by using physical means rather than drugs. Treatment in neurological conditions is typically based upon exercises that restore motor function through attempting to overcome motor deficit and improve motor patterns. These children have lost the ability to properly control their fingers and hands due to extensive text messaging.
Come on, guys, do you feel it burn? Work them muscles harder, guys, come on! Does it hurt? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job, guys. You're doing great. Fingers and fingers doing it next time.
I got my first cell phone when I was an infant. My parents didn't believe in stuffed animals and rattles. They thought it was cruel or something. They just thought it was so cute the way I used to chew in the antenna. But they didn't realize that years later that I would develop carpal tunnel. Oh. Ow.
Oh, that is fine. Oh, sorry, go back to sleep. I'm sorry. Oh, that is so
In this control room, scientists Brian von Stuckart and Dr. Dave Duke Newcomb diligently work around the clock, monitoring teens for precise study in order to enhance our understanding of them and to help them speed their recovery process.
in the world. They made a midget of the evil character. I want a midget.
Fingers.
I want one. If I had one when company came over, I'd dress him up like an Oompa Loompa and tell him to dance. I'd pay him extra, you know?
Okay.
He
Whatever
would
you
sing
say.
and dance.
Whatever you say.
I think this is going to do a lot of good watching.
No, yeah, why?
Because it is very informative. This girl right here, she is from South Rock, from this island. Thank you for joining us on this little journey into the electronic subculture of text messaging. It is important that everyone recognize these deviant habits and what we can do in our society to prevent these anti-socialist behavior. If you or a loved one need help breaking the text messaging habit, please call our number at 1-267-693-2470 or visit our website www.textmessagerehab.com. I'm Frank P.R. Milio III. Good night.
I just wanna get to you. God help me get to you. I know we can mend our ends together. There's so much to talk about. How will we work it out? Think that we'll remember whichever pieces seem to fit together. So long on days, so long on nights, so long we'll make it through the fights. And when the darkness comes, I'll remember you. I'll remember you. The days when we weren't afraid, the days when our love was strange. A day could last forever. The summer we spent just laughing at each other. The times in our hip parade, the times when our love was great. I can't imagine